Basketball is a game of passion, skill, and larger-than-life personalities, but with greatness often comes controversy. Over the years, some NBA players have found themselves in the role of a villain, booed by fans, targeted by the media, and even disliked by their peers and teammates. This is the story of the most hated NBA players of all time and some of the reasons why they became the league's antagonists. So without further ado, hit the subscribe button and let's jump right into this. In the 1980s, physicality was a part of the game, and no one was embodied by this more than Bill Laimbeer of the Detroit Pistons, aka the Bad Boys. As a cornerstone of the Detroit Pistons era, Laimbeer's tough, often dirty play style made him a villain to opponents and fans alike. He was infamous for his hard fouls, flopping to draw calls, and unapologetic trash talk. Laimbeer didn't just play the game, he weaponized it. Opposing players like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan openly despised him, and his antics earned him a reputation as one of the dirtiest players in NBA history. Even Charles Barkley discussed it in an interview, saying, "Nobody liked Laimbeer. He was dirty and he knew it. He thrived on making people mad."
1990 cost you $20,000, but well spent. Would you say that?
Bill's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him, but it was fun punching him.
But Laimbeer wasn't the only enforcer to earn hatred. Decades later, Ron Artest took things to another level. Known for his aggressive defense and fiery temperament, Artest's defining moment came during the Malice at the Palace, when he entered the stands and fought with the fans.
Again, we cannot drive this home enough. This is something, you go across the board of the four of us here, we've been around a lot of sporting events, all right? Either playing in them or watching them. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, the age of electronics is kicking in because I just got a beat from Joe Dumars, and one of the things he's taking issue with is us sitting up here right now and basically saying that it was justified for those players to go into those stands. He says there's no justification. Regardless, the fans were wrong, but the players should not exacerbate the situation.
But we're not saying that they're just.
And this was a horrible look for the league at the time and left a stain on his reputation. Though he later redeemed himself by winning a championship with the Lakers, the stain of that night will forever linger. But mentioning the Lakers, superstars often find themselves under the microscope, and with fame comes scrutiny. Take LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time. Despite his talent, LeBron faced widespread hatred in 2010 when he announced his decision to leave Cleveland for Miami in a televised special infamously called The Decision. Fans called him a traitor, and the move painted him as the ultimate villain. The Miami Heat's self-proclaimed super team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh added fuel to the fire, as fans and analysts criticized LeBron for taking the easy way out. Though, he eventually returned to Cleveland and delivered a championship, so I guess he made it right. But do you remember in 2016 when Kevin Durant faced a similar backlash when he joined the Golden State Warriors, a team that had just defeated his Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs? The move was seen as an ultimate betrayal and led many to accuse Durant of chasing an easy championship and calling him a snake. Despite winning 2 titles and 2 Finals MVPs, Durant's decision to join a 37-win team earned him a reputation as a snake and a championship ring chaser, and also the fact that he hadn't won before or after Curry makes it look exactly like that. So, people say that Trae Young has a lot of hatred for the New York Knicks, but honestly, some players are hated not for their decisions, but for their personalities. Reggie Miller became public enemy number 1 in New York for his relentless trash talk and clutch performances against the Knicks. For example, the famous choke gesture that he did towards Spike Lee. Reggie's antics made him despised in Madison Square Garden, but respected as one of the league's greatest competitors and shooters. But Reggie's really a nice guy. Meanwhile, Draymond Green has embraced the role of agitator in the modern NBA, known for his trash talk, technical fouls, and controversial plays like his infamous kick to opponents. And this kind of came out of nowhere. Draymond Green used to be a very good basketball player, and now he's almost a WWE superstar. But if you want to hear more on Draymond Green, then check out my video that I made about him. But anyways, let's get back to the video. Few players in NBA history were as controversial as Dennis Rodman, known for his eccentric behavior, on-court antics, and off-court lifestyle. Rodman was as unpredictable as he was talented. While some admired his hustle and rebounding, others saw him as a distraction. But in recent years, Kyrie Irving has also become a polarizing figure. From his controversial comments on vaccines to his promotion of controversial film, and his departure from Cleveland and Boston left fans feeling betrayed. I would know, I'm a Celtics fan. So whenever he comes and plays in the Garden, then he gets booed every time he touches the ball. Even the greatest players weren't immune to hatred. Michael Jordan, referred as the GOAT, was also one of the league's biggest trash talkers and antagonists. While his dominance earned him respect, it also made him a target for hatred among fans of rival teams. And probably the most hated player of all time would be Karl Malone. And I'm not going to speak on that. If you know, you know. In the end, hatred and greatness often go hand in hand, unless you're Karl Malone. For every fan who despises these players, there are always someone who admires their passion, skill, and drive to win. Love them or hate them, these players left their mark on the game and its history. The villains of the NBA remind us that basketball is more than a game. It's a story, and in the end of every great story, there has to be a villain.